We're going to remove these today. Honestly, can my throat stop fucking doing that? We're removing these today. These are coming off. Stripping these off. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm Kat. These are Kat's Claws. Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to remove these. So, I was originally, the story goes, I was originally going to redo these four, I'm sorry. Even though there's some growth here, I just wanted to shorten them down and fix the stones because I lost this one. That was the one that was left and I lost it. Banging something. Banging into something. And then, what did I do? I fucking bashed this one like this. I went to turn on a light. In the morning, and I was feeling along the wall like this. If this is a wall, I was like doing this, and instead of going light, I went psh, and I fucking look at. You can see the slit right across the stress area. Right? So it's totally cracked in half. So we're gonna have to take them all off. Also, I was asked to do a removal video, just like to go step by step through the different bits that I use. So I thought I would do that today and remove these. And then we'll redo them in the next one because I don't have time to actually work on them today. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with removal. Actually, we're going to start with everything I do before I remove. Okay? And the first thing is cuticles. Push the cuticles back, right? So, I don't know. I'll just go through my process, and I hope it helps someone. It always helped me to watch people do this. So, yeah. That's it. That's all. That's what we're doing today. I'm going to shorten them all. Shorten all of them. Even these. They're still going to be a little bit longer, but for the most part, like that is going to be short. So let's get these babies off. Let's strip these babies naked. Strip my nails naked. I'm going to go around with naked nails for a little bit until I have time to actually do all of them again. Okay? Okay? We were back. Okay. So, look what I did. Watch. This is what I mean when I damage myself. Look. I just stabbed myself. Do I need a tetanus shot? No, fuck, I don't need a tetanus shot. All good. All better again. Fucking hell. Anyways. Fucking swear. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me sometimes? Okay. Anyways. Is it bad to have acetone in a wound? Do I need a Band-Aid? Nah, it'll stop bleeding. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Jesus. Fuck. You think that's sharp enough, motherfuckers? Holy crap. It's pretty damn sharp, actually. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so first thing I do, can I fucking stay in goddamn frame for fuck's sakes? Holy shit. I'm like over here. Okay, so first thing I do is I start with pushing my cuticles back, right? So I like to use this one. I don't know, this is my favorite one. I like that it's, first of all, heavy. I like when things are heavy. Like when there's some weight to it, like there's some substance to what I'm holding. I don't know, with everything I use. And I like that it's got the two ends, because this I can use to scrape my nail, not my skin. And then this, obviously. And I also like the design. Like, it's fucking cool. I love these ones. I love everything that looks like this, right? Okay. So usually what I do is I just gently, not always gently, but I'm supposed to gently just push my cuticles back, right? And I'm only going to show you my left hand. I'll show you me doing my left hand with my dominant hand, obviously. Because if I showed you the other one, it's just not as pretty to watch. And then this I use sometimes to just scrape anything that's like stuck, right? But I don't really use it that much, and I'll tell you why. Because usually my diamond cuticle bit is what will get this stuff off better. So, but sometimes I do. So that's what you can use that side for, right? And then you just go around the sides. Okay. And it's just getting the nail ready so that I can take all this stuff off, right? Because there's dead cuticle, right? Like that stuff you can see is dead. So that's going to come off. And also we just want to clean it up. And then eventually we want this part rough, right? Because we want it porous for what we're putting on next, you know? But also the other point is that we want to make sure that, like, you want as much nail real estate. I've heard people say, basically it's the nail's the canvas, right? So you want to have enough. Now I'm just fucking being weird with this part here. You just want to have enough space, right, as possible to build the nail out. And I have really long nail beds, so sometimes I don't push them back that much because my fucking nail beds are so long already. But that's pretty much that's what I do. So that's the slow version. Let's finish taking them off, or pushing back the cuticles on this hand. And then I'll show you the next bit that I use. Pun intended there, because I will show you the bit and what I do next. Okay? All right. Okay, cuticles pushed back, right? Lots of space, a little bit of fucking skin. It's gonna, hopefully this will take it off. So the second thing I do is I go in with a sanding band, but I like these ones, right? So instead of these guys, which are bigger, which is fine to use, okay? But I just find that they're not as accurate, right, in getting in these spaces, even with my like larger nail beds. So especially on people who like if you're doing nails on doing somebody else's nails and they have smaller nail beds, this one's actually much better to work with. And then you can get all the different sanding bands, right? So this one is, I think, 150. Yeah, sorry, no, 180. 180. I've got 180s and I've got 150s. I think this is a 180. So this, I'm just going to go up and I'm going to clean around the cuticles. I'm going to try to take off this dead skin because I don't really like cutting it. Okay. Although I have, but I use this and see what I can get off in the meantime. Okay. So we're just going to, again, clean up more of this area using this little guy. Right. And, I usually, I'm not gonna, I'm not using my dust collector until I start to take this stuff off, okay? Just FYI. I don't use it for like the little stuff. So this is the next step I use. 180 grit sanding band. I put my, you see, she's turning. Do you hear her? Buzzing. I put it on about 3 or 4. And if it's the first time you're using it, which it should be every time. 1 sec. We want to do this. You just want to run the edge so it's not as sharp, because it's really sharp. You can cut your skin. And of course, knowing me, I would absolutely cut my skin. Okay, so all I do is, I'll show you on my thumb, right? So I'm just, again, cleaning it up, making more space, and I'm going right down the sidewalls. And I do the cuticle part first. Right? And then I just get in here. And you see how it starts to take off some of that skin? It starts to like push it back a little more. And I'm just like kind of giving it more room. This is the order I do it in. I think everybody does it a bit different, but this is the order that I like to do it in. See? And it's also starting to, sometimes I do that too. Like if I have anything rough on the edges, I'll go over it too, right? And that's it. I think that one's almost done, right? Super easy. And it's nice and gentle. 180 is good enough. 3 or 4. 3,000 or 4,000 RPMs. And sometimes, see? Anything that's left, I do clip it. I do clip it now. I've gotten over my fear. Because when I do it, I actually know what I'm looking for versus when somebody else does it and they fucking make me bleed, which pisses me off. Because like you're not supposed to bleed when you're doing that. Okay, you're not supposed to. But if I do it to myself, you know, I can forgive myself obviously because I'm doing it to myself. See? But you see how it does take off some of this, right? Anyway, okay. Okay, so the next part after this is I'm going to do, I remove the bulk. So the bulk is basically going to be the color, which I take off, and then I start to take down the actual extension, right? We want to take off any lifting bits. And this one, of course, which I'm not going to show you that one. Maybe I'll do another time. Next time I break my fucking nail like that, I'll show you how I remove that. But I don't know what it looks like underneath. So I'm going to be really careful and do this one off camera. Along with that hand, right? So obviously this is too, whatchamacallit, fine. We don't want that anymore. That one's done. By the way, what I usually do to save these bits for myself is I'll flip it around. So if I use that side, next time I use it, I would flip it around and use that side, and then I'd throw it out, right? So because you pretty much use half of the bit when you're working with these guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one aside. My favorite bit for removal is this one. It's a tornado bit, and it's, I think, a what do you call it? Coarse. It's a coarse, but can you see the teeth in it? Right? We just want it to go through. And again, it's that cool color. All my favorite stuff matches this stuff, right? So that's what I use. And you can keep it out a little bit if you want it a bit longer. It just depends, right? Lock, and then we lock her closed. Okay. And basically, I'm just going to start taking this stuff down, right? dust collector. I have my dust collector because this one will make a lot of dust. So usually what I do is, it's my dust collector. I've got a paper towel underneath so it catches because it still blows. The dust also blows outside of the dust collector. It doesn't always blow directly into the dust collector. And then I put this on top so that it catches, sticks it there, and then I just close it up after, throw it out. Right? So I don't have to clean as much in here. I don't know. It seems to be fine. I don't know if that defeats the purpose of the dust collector, but there's a shit ton of dust when I'm done, so I think it works fine. And then for removal, I use, depends. When I started doing this, I did it really low. Like I would do 5,000. Actually, no, I think I did even lower than that. And I just found, it was because I was worried, right, about hurting my nail or damaging myself. But the higher the RPMs you use, actually. So here it's probably 7, maybe even 8. The higher the RPMs, the more you take off, and it goes through your nail like butter, versus lower RPMs. It's actually harder to remove. So I'm going to start with 5,000. Okay. I'm going to turn this baby on. See? And I don't press that hard. You can wear a mask too, if you want. I don't though. And I kind of do circles to just take the color off and some of that bulk off. Okay. If I miss the edges, because I don't want to go too close to the edges, because this is a very coarse bit, right? So if I'm missing the edges, and I usually use like that part, you'll see. And when I go here, I do like little circles. Not in the same spot, obviously. You want to keep moving the damn bit, otherwise you're going to burn the fuck out of your nail. See? Nice. But look how much dust. Okay. So that's kind of what they look like after. You see how the bulk is down? So all the, right? It's uneven, but we're going to use this to even everything out. Okay. I'm not going to show you how I take these down and file them. But I'm basically going to take them right down, except for these ones I'll leave a little bit longer just because I like the long thumbs and the pinkies. But next step from here. Oh, also the other thing too is this is a, I think it's tungsten. No, it's carbide. It's a carbide bit. Sorry. These ones can burn. So if you are prone to, as I hit everything, like, heat spikes when you're taking this stuff off, use a ceramic bit. Ceramic bits do not burn. For the most part, they don't burn, okay? So I'm going to take this is 180 grit as well, sandy band. It's the thicker one. So I'm going to put it on my little fancy, see, same idea. And stick it in here. And I took that off, by the way. The other one I took off 5,000 RPMs, really light touch. Anything that took, like that wasn't going through right away, I would do circles. But I'd keep moving, okay? So again, I'm going to turn this on, and we just want to get the sharp bits off because it will cut you. It will cut you. So this just kind of files down the edges, so you're not slicing your skin. While you're removing your nails, okay? So again, I'm not going to turn it on yet because I think it was a little loud. So what I do with this one is I use it just to take off all this stuff, right? So here's where I start to go around the edges again, but now I'm going around the edges of like that extension part, and I'm just cleaning that up. So really light touch. I'm on 4,000 RPMs. I'm doing little circular motions to take it off. I'm not staying in the same spot too long, and I'm just kind of doing this. And I'll go over it again, obviously, because look, watch, we want this a little bit roughed up. Not too much, because I'm going to go in and do final cleanup with a diamond cuticle bit. And then you just go up the other end, right? Again, circles to take all the color and any lifting. And you can tell it's lifted if it's like white. So you want to get all the like, kind of like, it looks kind of like crusty white. You just want to get that shit off. Right? And then I just take the color off. I don't care about that because I'm cutting these down. I'm gonna shape them, and I'll probably shape them like, sometimes I do it with this. And sometimes I cut them. Sometimes I'll just like slice, and then file. Okay. And then what you want to do is, in order to make them even, I do this, like up and down. Again, fairly light touch, right? Anything that doesn't look dusty means there's like a divot, right? So this is the trick to get all those divots out and not fuck your nail up to the point where it's like so low that you're like filing into your nail. You go side to side. Ha! Look at that. This is the best little trick I ever learned. Side to side. Back and forth, side to side. So up and down, quick. But this is really what does it. Is this stuff. See? Okay. And then that's almost ready. Again, if you see any spots that look shinier, side to side is how you're going to get those down. Okay. You can go one like that, or you can do that, like light touch. Take it all down, and it's fucking smooth as shit. Smooth. Other than the fact that my nail's crooked, but okay. So let's do the rest of them. Okay, see? Kept it kind of long, like quite a difference, but they really needed to be shortened, right? But you see? These ones are almost down to the nail. This one has a little bit still, only because these ones had more of an overlay. And then of course, like that one's almost down too. So the last piece, the last thing I do is this. Look at my magnet. I hold my bits with it. It's kind of like, it's not quite the flame cuticle bit. I fucking forget what this is called, but you see the shape, right? It's just sometimes the flame one, the one that's got the point, I end up stabbing myself with. So this is a safer one for me to use, where it's sort of tapered at the end. And I just use this to just clean up the rest of the cuticles here. Anything that's left, like, do you see this stuff here that's sticking up? If I can't get that off with this, I will then go in with these and just clip them. Okay. But I didn't do this for a really long time. I didn't care if I still had some there. I just didn't care. Another thing you can do if you want to avoid using the little nippers. Hold on. Fuck. This magnet literally. I'm just going to put the little top back on. Shit. You know what I need to get for this? You ever see those little cases with like their little paws? You can use them to, I'm going to get one of those. You can put them on all your like scissors and all this kind of stuff. But for now, we'll use this ugly looking thing. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the other thing you can do is if you don't get some of that stuff off when you're done, you can use this. And what I usually do is I will spray the nail with alcohol. This is a bit that you can stick in here. You turn it on and then you can just kind of, and it will clean that part off because it'll sort of like exfoliate almost the dead skin, right? So that's another option if you don't want to use the little clippers, the cuticle clippers. That's my other option for that. Okay. So here, last step, and then we're done. Oh, just to let you know, my rib. So my rib actually peaked, like the pain peaked day 7. I think muscle pain, any kind of pain damage that you do, I believe it's 7 days that it peaks. So on day 7, I could barely breathe. Like it was really hard to like expand my lungs on that side. I couldn't lie on it for a while, but like that was especially uncomfortable that night. And then the next day it was like, I could tell I was in full swing of healing. So now I'm on week 2, right? It'll be 2 weeks today, I think. I think it's 2 weeks officially today or tomorrow. Yeah, ribs. This rib stuff takes a while. I think it's going to take about a month to fully go back into place and heal. So I just have to be a little extra careful, but at least I can take deep breaths. And going to the gym was a little hard. It's like taking a cycling class when you can't even expand your one side of your lungs. Wasn't fucking fun, let me tell you. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Okay. So let's turn this on. 4,000. You could do 3,000. Actually, let's do 3. Let's do 3 just to be a little more gentle. Okay. And all I do here is I just finish any cleanup. So I usually go straight up the sidewall. And then I turn it with the nail. And I start to do that. I kind of do circles as well. Just push it back. And then get in, just clean. You just want to get protein growth off here and push cuticles back. That's all this is doing. And it's just doing like final cleanup. And then I come down the side. If I've missed any spots, this is so fine because it's like a diamond cuticle bit that I just finish up my little down there and it's done. See? And then I'll show you what I do to like clean them at the end. But if you can also like exfoliate right? And just kind of do that like in little circles. If you want to try to take the, but you see that? Like it still comes out, right? Like I don't need to push it back that much. My nail beds are so fucking long, honestly. There we go. Done. It's done. And then I'll show you. I go like this. Sometimes I take my little brush. And there she is. Clean. And she's finished. Okay? Okay. removal. Whoops, I still have, that's acetone. I mean, sorry, it's alcohol. That's it. Done. Both hands are finished. So that's how I do removal, guys. I mean, I'll show you again. So first, I push back my cuticles with my fancy favorite cuticle pusher. Then I went in with this guy just to do a little more cleanup, push them back slightly further. That's a 180 grit sanding band. For the bulk, I use this guy, which is a coarse tornado bit. You can use it in ceramic, but that's the carbide. Yeah, carbide. Then I went in with this guy, which is a 180 thicker sand. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. This was to take the bulk off, right? Then I went in with this guy, 180, just to clean up the edges because all the edges were left. Do a little bit more in here. Okay. That's 180. Boink. And then I cut them down. Filed them, and then I did a final cleanup with this guy, which is just like a diamond cuticle bit that looks like that. See, my shapes are real similar. Like, I just love this shape for working with my nails. I think everyone might be a little different. I don't know. Some people, I see the bits some people use, and I think everybody has a favorite. So, whatever works for you, you know, as far as shapes go, but that's the order I go in. And then what I'll probably do is clip these guys. I will clip like some of that dead skin, but I just spray them with alcohol. Do a little brush. They're super dry right now, but they're pretty much ready to go. So if I was to start building them, I would just start building them out. Well, doing my primer, all that kind of stuff. You know, everything starts from here, basically. So I am going to let them breathe a little bit just because this one, you see this one's the broken one. It's fine. It didn't rip my nail, which is great. I'm happy about that. I didn't actually slice my nail that time, which means I put my apex in the right spot and it protected when I hit it that time. Okay, but that's it. So that's removal for today. Yeah, I'm going to let them just breathe a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands. And then I'll probably put maybe a bit of cuticle oil, just put a little bit of moisture back into the nails because you don't want to walk around with dry nails like this. They're super dry and brittle, right? When they're like this. This is how you need them when you're building because you need that gel to stick to it. But if you're just going to kind of let them breathe for a bit, wash your hands, cuticle oil them underneath on your cuticles, on the nail, or cream too. Sometimes I use olive oil. I use olive oil sometimes. Coconut oil would work too. So what I'll probably do is use olive oil this time because I like the way it smells. And then I can lick my fingers if I'm hungry. I'm kidding. I can salt my fingers and lick them. I'm kidding, but I do like olive oil. I like the smell of olive oil. Okay. That's it. That's it for this video. I hope that wasn't boring, you know? But like I'm a weirdo. I like removal. I like cuticle cleaning. And you know, it was asked. So I figured this is the perfect time to do it. Okay. Next week next time I will build these out and do something a little different. Just probably overlay them, right? Pretty much because they're so short. Maybe a little bit of an apex on these guys, maybe. But they're pretty short. I went shorter than I think I wanted to, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it, okay? All right. That is it. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.
Give it to me like